Hello, I will tell you about the Australia continent. Australia continent is located south of Asia, as you see, and in the south of Africa.
Bir.
The capital city is Canberra. It's in the southeast of Australia. I will start from its history. The earliest form of Australian English was spoken by the children of the colonists born into the colony of New South Wales. The first generation of children created a new dialect that was to become the language of the nation. The Australian-born children in the new colony were exposed to a wide range of dialects from all over the British Isles, in particular from Ireland and southeast England. The native-born children of the colony created the new dialect from the speech they heard around them, and with it expressed peer solidarity. Even when new settlers arrived, this new dialect was strong enough to blunt other patterns of speech. Pronunciation. Differences in stress, weak forms, and standard pronunciation of isolated words occur between Australian English and other forms of English, which, while noticeable, do not impair intelligibility. The affixes. I will start with the affixes. Ari, eri, ori, bury, berry, and money. See in words such as necessary, mulberry and matrimony can be pronounced either with a full vowel or as schwa. As schwa. All can be pronounced either with a full vowel or a shawa. Although some words like necessary are almost universally pronounced with the full vowel, older generations of Australians are relatively likely to pronounce these affixes with a shawa, while younger generations are relatively likely to use a full vowel. Words ending in unstressed ile derived from Latin, and adjectives ending in ilis are pronounced with the full vowel, so that fertile rhymes with fertile rather than turtle. Now vocabulary time. Vocabulary. Australian English has many words and items which are unique to the dialect and have been written on extensively with the Macquarie Dictionary, widely regarded as the national standard, incorporating numerous Australian terms. Internationally well-known examples of Australian terminology include outback, meaning a remote, sparsely populated area, the bush, meaning either a native forest or a country area in general, and G-Day, a greeting. Dinkum or fair dinkum means true or is that true, among other things. Depending on context and inflection, the derivative dinky, di means true or devoted. A dinky di Aussie is a true Australian. For example, creek in Australia, as in North America, means a stream or small river, whereas in the UK it means a small watercourse flowing into the sea. Paddock in Australia means field, whereas in the UK it means a small enclosure for livestock. Bush or scrub in Australia, as in North America, means a wooded area, whereas in England they are commonly used only in proper names, such as shepherd's bush and wormwood scrubs. Grammar. Grammar, as with American English, but unlike British English, collective nouns are almost always singular in constructions the government was unable to decide as opposed to the government were unable to decide. Shan't, the use of should, as in should be happy if, the use of haven't any instead of haven't got any, and the use of don't let's in place of let's not, common in upper register British English, are almost never encountered in Australian English. River generally follows the name of the river in question, as in North America, Darling River, rather than the British convention of coming before the name, River Thames. In South Australia, however, the British convention applies, for example, the River Murray or the River Torrens, as with the American English on the weekend, and studied medicine are used rather than the British at the weekend and read medicine. Similarly, around is more commonly used in construction, such as running around, stomping around, or messing around, in contrast with the British convention of using a boat. In common with the British English, the past tense and past participle of the verbs learn, spell, and smell are often irregular, learned, spelt, smelt. Similarly, in Australian usage, to in, I'll write to you is retained as opposed to US usage where it may be dropped, while prepositions before days may be omitted in the American English. She resigned Thursday. They are retained in Australian English, as in British English. She resigned on Thursday. Ranges of date used to Monday to Friday, as with the British English, rather than Monday through Friday in American English. When saying or writing out numbers and inserted before the tens and units, 162 as with British practice. However, Australians, like Americans, are more likely to pronounce numbers such as 1200 as 1200 rather than 1200. Dialect. Australian English is a relatively new dialect of English and it's just over 2 years old. Australian English can be described as a new dialect that developed as a result of contact between people who spoke different, mutually intelligible varieties of English. The very early form of Australian English would have been first spoken by the children of the colonists born into the early colony in Sydney. This very first peer group would have spoken in similar ways to each other to help bind the peer group and express their group membership. This very first generation of children created a new dialect that was to become the language of the nation. That's all. Thanks for watching.